Building your business according to your human design is the only way that I have come across in over 30 years of entrepreneurship to not burn out. Chances are, if you're listening today, you have been through burnout in your business and in your life at least once. And that's what we're unpacking today on Unjaded. How to avoid this in the future, how to truly follow your human design, and how you're meant to work so that you don't burn out again and you can have the impact that you're here to have. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of doing a reading for a manifestor, a 6-2 manifestor with just 3 centers defined, one of them being her will center. Now, this manifestor has always worked like a dog. She goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. She never stops. And that is not the design of a manifestor. Yes, you can push through as a manifestor. You've got that motorized throat. You can push through harder than anyone else. And with her defined will, that gives her extra stamina even when she's run out. She's been really building her business in burnout for the last 10 years, full-on burnout. And now she's experiencing a health issue because her body is just saying, I cannot keep up anymore. It's raising the white flag. For this particular manifestor, now remember that manifestors have a closed and repelling aura, which is human design language that I hate. I prefer to call it self-contained. Manifestors are self-contained. They are people who don't need people. Now, yes, we all need people to a degree, but they don't need other people to get things done. They can just honor that divine creative flow and go and do the thing. For this manifestor, she's not even feeling that divine creative flow anymore, which is tragic. Because as a manifestor, you have, if you're a manifestor, this flow, this creative, beautiful divine flow from whatever you believe the divine to be, from God's lip to your ear, from God's lips to your brain, to your psyche, to your creative force inside of you, and it moves you. The trick for a manifestor is to honor when that creative flow is on and move with it. And when it's off, to allow yourself to rest. This particular manifestor is exhausted down to her bones, and she's still pushing. But what's happening now is that this closed aura that she has is energetically repelling the people who are coming in to work with her. She's experiencing launches that don't go as planned. She's having sales calls, dozens of sales calls, where people are not converting into her world. They're not buying the offer, which has never happened to her before. And so we sat and really looked at how protective this aura is. This aura is a mechanism that keeps your energy sacred as a manifestor. Her entire system is begging her not to keep going at the pace she's been going at for the last 40 years. And still she's resisting. Still she is blaming herself, judging herself, because she can't do it anymore. And she's always had the experience that she can push through. This time it's different. This time it's caught up to her. And yours will catch up to you too. Now, this particular manifestor, I think I said she's a 6-2 profile. It's often said that 6-line profiles have great big missions, but they don't really know what the mission is, and so they can always feel like they're failing, or often feel like they're failing. She has a legacy to leave behind, this beautiful manifestor. Legacy work. And I said to her, what would happen if you let go of everything else and you just stepped into your legacy? All day long before this meeting, I was getting this languaging, this sensation in my body for her about trust. How can you surrender and trust? And I thought, my God, Vickie, can I really say that in this reading to this person? Is it really for her? But it was for her. It was for her, and I knew it the entire way through the reading. And when I said it, she knew it too. So one of the things that we talked about, and for you, listener, I want you to remember, I invite you to contemplate that there are many different ways that you could build your business. The online space right now is crazy noisy. It feels like people are floundering, trying to do things the way that they've always done them, thinking that there's something wrong. And really, the things that are selling best right now, I'm going to do an episode on this, are the offers that are different. It's those of us who are saying, no, I have to do it my way. I have to build my business my way, because that's attractive to the people that you're here to serve. The people that you're here to serve don't want to break their life either. So back to this manifestor. One of the things that we played with is, how could she pre-sell this legacy work that she is looking to do and not start delivering it for 3 months down the road? Pre-sell it, people prepay, she has the money to live for the next 3 months, and then she starts delivering in 3 months when she's more rested. One of the options, because money was a concern. Money is often a concern for us in the online business, because we can have erratic payment schedules. You know, you have a launch, or you have a challenge, or you have whatever it is that you've got going on, and you sell a whole bunch, and then you don't sell anything for a little while. Which is why we talk so much at Design to Profit about sustainable businesses and building that skeleton, which I think was the last episode that I did was on that. Anyway, back to this manifestor. She has the 4521 channel. So we're looking at 2 channels for this manifestor. She's got the 4521 channel. She's not here to work. She's not here to work. She's here to be large and in charge. What do you think her conditioning is all around? She's got to do the work. She's got to do the work. She can't hire the minions for it. But here she is stuck in the minutia of doing this stuff in her business, and it's taking her away from her legacy and from the impact that she's here to have. And she's bone tired, absolutely bone tired. And you may be tired too as you're listening to this episode. I think there's a level of exhaustion for all of us in the online space because so much has changed even in the last 6 months. It is crazy how different the online space is than it was in the fall of 2025. I'm recording this in February of 2026. And it can often feel like you're on a treadmill and you just got to keep keeping up. But what if you didn't have to just keep keeping up? Do you need to rest? Where are things not going as you'd like in your business? For this manifestor, one of the signs that she's getting is that things are not selling. Things that would have sold on autopilot before, she's now doing sales calls for, and they're still not converting. Something is off. So what signs are you getting that something's off in your business? You know, I have a background in holistic health. One of my backgrounds is a manifesting generator. And I worked with so many women in burnout. It's a thing. It's a thing in our society and the way that we live. And they would come to me sometimes for a small health issue, but usually I was the last resort. So by the time they got to me, it was a bigger health issue. And I always thought, my God, if we could just listen when our body whispers or starts to speak softly. But we don't do that in our society. We push through until our body is screaming at us to stop. So where is your body trying to guide you? Where are the energetics in your business off trying to show you something? How are you pushing through energy that you don't have? And what is it going to take for that to stop? You know, Denise Duffield-Thomas, she is money archetype lady. And she always talks about herself as the golden goose. Remember that fairy tale where you can't kill the golden goose? You can't kill the golden goose in your business. You are everything in your business. You have to protect yourself and your energy like you are the golden goose, because you are. The best tool that I know of to come back to yourself in your life and your business, to serve your purpose, to honor your energy without burning out, to really know how you're designed to work, is the map that is your human design. If you would like my eyes on your human design in your business, I invite you to schedule a reading with me. Right now, at the time of this recording, they're still on half price on my website. I just haven't changed it. And they're selling so well, which is one of the things I'm going to talk about in one of our upcoming episodes about the things that are selling in 2026. But they're selling so well that I'm just going to leave them for a little while. If you're listening to this in the future, it may not still be on sale, but right now they're selling well and I am loving it because I love being in response in the room with people in readings. It's one of my favorite things to do in business. So I'll pop the link in the show notes for you. Like I said, at the time of this recording, that deal is still on. I would love to help you have the impact that you're here to have without breaking your life or burning yourself out.